Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to the Ravens and Jaguars. It's the week, 15 now? Week 15, Sunday Night Football Showdown. We're a week away from Christmas, guys, and I'm joined by two of the very best. I get Glock, I get Kurt. Kurt, what's your Christmas plans?
Headed home tomorrow, and then get to see my sister, who I see once a year, and also the family. But yeah, just all about the family time because I don't get to see them much.
Really? Mine was just watching football. What about you, Glock?
Oh yeah. My family usually does stuff Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day is like a chill day. I mean, we don't really do much, just open gifts Christmas Eve and then go to church, and then that's about it. And all my family lives close, so I don't got to travel nowhere, all within 30 minutes of Dallas. So
you guys are both telling me that you're not going to be here next week. What is this, right? If you're celebrating
Christmas
Eve,
I was wondering that today, actually. I was wondering that. I was like, do we have a game? Will we be
Is there a game?
Do we get overtime Christmas Day?
It's Sunday, baby. We're going to be on for the people. You guys, obviously enjoy time with your family and enjoy time winning money because basketball season's almost over, and we just had a bunch of fun with hopefully Terry McLaurin's late bash, Curtis Samuel doing well, and a certain someone won $14K today, Mangone, who will be here in a bit too. He said he joined on.
Mangone.
$14K on the Cowboys Showdown. A bunch of screenshots in the chat too. And shout out to DJ Kafer. The dude came home with 75,000 from the live final. Congrats to him. I know that it was a weird slate, an up and down slate where those late games all turned into blowouts, but it still had Kyron and Christian McCaffrey absolutely smashed. And we'll definitely have a good time to end the night. And it's honestly a good game. The Ravens at the Jacksonville Jaguars. There is one major concern though that we'll go ahead and get out of the way early. The weather sucks. It's really windy. It might be wet to start the game, too. It's not going to be a great time for these offenses in terms of just generic moving the ball. Because on paper, when I see the Ravens and Jaguars, I was expecting a total in the mid to high 40s. And this total is barely above 40 right now. A lot of that has to do with weather. It's going to impact how we view the slate a little bit, especially with the kicking game. But we'll go ahead and get all that started out position by position. Let's go ahead and move on to the great the quarterback position with two quarterbacks here. And Kurt, I'm going to kick it off to you. What are you doing at the captain with the quarterbacks here? Lamar or Trevor Lawrence, too, if you had to pick one? And let's go ahead and get started with quarterback now.
I don't like T-Law in the captain spot much. I do like Lamar in the captain spot. I got a cheap play that I'm kind of fitting in those lines in particular. That way it still kind of balances itself out. That kind of makes me different. Just Trevor Lawrence, besides, he started running a little bit more, but I don't know. Like, doesn't have one of his weapons in Christian Kirk for the second straight week. I have no issue with him in the flex, but I'll be probably Xing him out at the captain spot and just kind of clenching my butt cheeks.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, the Lamar captain's going to be interesting because we don't have a ton of value to work with, but I do need to know, Glock, are you able to work in Lamar captain at all? And what are you doing with Lamar or Trevor Lawrence at captain too? I mean, the ankle didn't really hinder him a ton in terms of his fantasy output last week. What was it? Over 300 yards. They threw the ball a million times. I think 3 guys had 12 targets or more last week, too. Are you putting him in the captain or are you fading Lawrence at the captain here tonight?
I'm putting in my numbers now, so I'll see how it shakes out. If you know me, I'm not one to play much quarterback captain. I know it's that was like initially when Showdown first started off, like a lot of people are, in the meta, basically, I guess you could say, like a lot of people don't like to play quarterback showdown or quarterback captain right now. So in a way, it's somewhat contrarian. But I'm probably not going to get much to it. And like we always say for Lamar Ravens showdowns, you kind of coming in expecting to see like a lot of him at the captain spot just because of the dual threat upside that he has. But right now, I think my stuff just finished. I only have one Lamar captain team, which is just like with baseline vanilla projections, which is interesting. And like you said, I think there's a lack of value, which most likely means, like, obviously, if you do play Lamar at captain, it's going to constrict you roster construction wise because he's so expensive. So right now, I'm just going to try and see how I can jam in these Lamar captains comfortably. And then if not, I already have my main team core up, which, it's kind of like a mid-tier captain, which makes the build a lot more comfortable, but it'll also come with ownership as well. So finding that perfect mix of expensive captain versus mid-tier captain and what kind of cheap plays you can use will be the key on this slate. And so, just to finish off the QB section, probably no Trevor Lawrence in the captain spot, and then to be determined on Lamar Jackson if we can find maybe a gem.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense here. I have Lamar projected by 4 points as the highest scorer on the slate. When I run my 150 set, there's only 8% Lamar captain, and when I go ahead and click with SaberSim's ability to zoom in on a slate, it comes with 0 Trevor Lawrence. So when I have a Lamar captain, it is absolutely without Trevor Lawrence on this one, which is very surprising, but it makes sense. It's wanting you to get Ingram and Ridley. It's trying to get you that exposure that way. Maybe Lawrence throws a lot, but doesn't actually get into the end zone, right? Maybe his receivers do a bunch of work in the PPR game. It's interesting. And Tucker, Mitchell, those are 2 guys who are going to fill out that build who in the mid-range, because you're going to have to live in the mid-range a little bit, even the lower tier. And it's going to be, how do you fit Lamar captain in? It's fading Lawrence here. And that scares me a bit. It scares me fading the home quarterback, but I think that's the route that you'd have to take. I have a bunch in the flex though. Like if you just said, I just want Lawrence in the flex, or Lamar in the flex, yeah, that's easily pairable with Lamar. 73% of my Lawrence teams have Lamar Jackson too. So easy to stack them up in the flex, but if you're captaining one, you almost have to fade the other. That's a good segue into the running back position, because running back is kind of in a different place tonight. Travis Etienne, after a really good start to the season, the first 11, 12 weeks of just dominant football, he's kind of relaxed a little bit, and he still comes in at over 10K. It's a tough clip here. So as we get in the running back, we also have to flip over to the Ravens side of the ball. Gus Edwards, 7,400, 14 or 15 carries in the last 2 weeks. He might be 15 touches. He is very touchdown dependent, but there is one guy that I really want to talk about, and that's Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell with 10 touches last game, a big boomer bust player. This could be the game for him. This could be it. Glock, I'm going to go to you first for the running backs here. Tell me a little bit about what you plan to do with Etienne and Gus Edwards, then talk me some. Can you entertain Keaton Mitchell at the captain spot?
Little Undertaker bell. But yeah, I think last slate when it was a Ravens slate, I think Keaton Mitchell was like 7K or something like that. It was a little more price restrictive to where it was harder to get him. Now he's 5.8K. I think that price is a lot more palatable, I guess you could say. And like if you look at the snap counts, like Gus Edwards, on week 10, he was playing 50% of the snaps. Now he's down to 28%. And it's kind of flipped where Keaton Mitchell is getting more reps. And I like that from 5.8K. You feel a lot better about a 5.8K touchdown or bust play than what's freaking Gus Edwards, 7.4K, right? You just need a lot less at that salary. So I like Keaton Mitchell. I'll definitely have a lot of exposure to him in the flex. I don't know about captain spot with my 10 lineups. And then, yeah, when it comes to Travis Etienne, I have a team sitting in second that needs like a 20-point performance from him in best ball. So I'm kind of rooting for that. But when it comes to Showdown, his price does make it tough. So I'll probably be less exposed to him in the flex spot. Definitely no captain exposure for me on Travis Etienne. So yeah, I think the running back position is pretty easy for me. I can't play everyone. So I'll probably be higher on Keaton Mitchell in the flex and then lower on Etienne.
Yeah, well put. Kurt, what are you doing with Etienne, Edwards, and Keaton Mitchell tonight? This is a great point. This is entertaining stuff, Kurt.
Oh, yeah. You like that?
Anyways. Oh, everyone's saying Taco Bell, man. You guys eat Taco Bell too much. It sounds like the Undertaker bell to me. So
dude, you're an NBA fan. This was on Jokic's commercial when he got drafted. You don't remember hearing this? Jokic got drafted.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, he got drafted during a Taco Bell commercial. Yeah. Yada yada yada. I guess it's in the Devontae Adams Taco Bell commercial too, because I feel like he's in all the Taco Bell commercials right now too. So.
Yep. So I like both in the flex. Neither are going to be captain options for me. I'm probably just going to lock Etienne in the flex. I just think that he can get enough raw points in this slate. And I kind of don't have that many salary constraints besides when I put Lamar in the captain, but I got a cheap play for those lineups in particular. I like Mitchell a lot. I just want to match the field though, because I realize the floor is pretty bad. But I do think I think they see it. I think we all see it. He's just the much better electric back. Every time he touches the ball, it could be a house call. So love the upside there. But literally the floor is 9 carries, 40 yards, 2 catches for 10 yards. And it's that's not really doing it for me. But maybe that, and just talking through that, it makes me want to think that maybe I do take a stab at the captain spot just because I know that his like Duke game will be like, okay, he houses 2 of them or something like that. So maybe that's the way I'll go about it. But 58, like I said, 5,800 is really intriguing. It's just really, really frustrating that it's still like a 40 split, like with them almost, or like it's like 33. So I don't know, but it's really pissing me off. Like Justice Hill's still involved.
Yeah,
So,
talk about Justice Hill a little bit because he is cheap. He only had 1 touch last game in an overtime event there against the Rams. Is he viable at all too? I mean, people might ask about him under 3K.
I wouldn't, but I mean, he has been the guy. I don't know. I feel like it's solidified now where it's like, okay, Gus Edwards gets the goal line stuff, Keaton Mitchell gets the other stuff, and then Hill just kind of throws in there at some other point. I don't think it's like he doesn't have the goal line carries like he used to in the beginning of the season. And like, I'd rather play Nelson Aguilar. I'd rather play Agnew. Like, I'd rather play anyone else. But if he falls in the end zone, maybe Gus Edwards gets hurt or something. But I don't really know Justice Hill's role. Like, I know Keaton Mitchell's the most talented back. I know Gus Edwards is the goal line back. What is Justice Hill? Why am I paying $2,600 for it? Like, I could rather just play a $200 guy.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, that's the appeal. And we're going to get to pass catchers here in a second. But when you look at just this game in general, there's not a whole lot of value. I mean, Nelson Aguilar was about, 600 just a few weeks ago on a Showdown slate. Now he's 2,400. The floors on these like guys who are 3K, it could be worthwhile going down to 200, but we don't really have that many options. I will say I'm going to flag plant Keaton Mitchell. He's one of my favorite plays on the entire slate. I love him in the captain. It takes one run, right? We got to treat Showdown like that. It takes one run. Takes one big play, and the fact that the snaps keep trending up, the snaps keep trending in the right direction, the touches are now double digits. You tell me 10 touches for 5,800, I'll take it, I'll risk it. I do think that there's a chance that he gets more work than that. This Jacksonville defense, gave up some big plays to the Bengals when Jake Browning was just throwing 3-yard outs and stuff. I think Keaton Mitchell has a big day. He's one of my favorite guys, and he's my 3rd highest captain right now at 15%. He's my flag plant, but I'm with you guys. ETN, I'm lower than the field on, and same with Gus Edwards. If Gus Edwards scores 2 touchdowns to kill me, he scores 2 touchdowns to kill me, right? I mean, that's what it takes. If he scores 1 touchdown, that's not enough at 11 DK, 7,400. That's not enough, right? I'm cool with Gus Edwards killing me at the goal line today. Not really anyone else too. I mean, I think it's just Keaton Mitchell and almost run from this running back spot. Maybe you can mix an ETN. All right, pass catchers now. A load of pass catchers in the 7 to 8K range. We also get a really good play with Zay Jones at 5,600, slotting into that wide receiver 2 role for Christian Kirk after Christian Kirk is unfortunate injury there against the Cincinnati Bengals. You also have Odell Beckham Jr. at 7,200, where projections never like him, but he has just been crushing of late. He can always hit a big play. I'm not respecting this Jacksonville defense at all. The one thing that I have to respect is Mother Nature, though, because she is wilding tonight. She is making it very windy there, and it makes it uncomfortable for these deep balls to kind of gain any traction. We have Parker Washington at 4K. We have Jamal Agnew at 200, which he'll barely play. I got to even check if he's active, to be honest, too. We also had a good shout here. I mean, Isaiah Likely, 6,800. Evan Ingram, 7,600. Charlie Kolar, a preseason hero, 200. I'm willing to look this up further and see if I can entertain myself with some Kolar. Kurt, we'll start with you. Go ahead and talk about the pass catchers here.
First of all, I don't appreciate the Jamal Agnew slander. He is active, and he was getting, when he was healthy, he was getting 5 or 6 targets the last 2 games. So, and now we got Christian Kirk out. So, I'm not saying the snap count's probably not going to be like sexy, but I think he will be involved when he's out there, kind of like 30% of the snaps, probably 4 targets, maybe a carry, something like that, and it's $200. So, my point on Agnew is I'd rather play him than get the 2,600 guys for the other stuff that allows my lineup to do.
When's the last time he was active?
He's been active, I'm pretty sure. Really? He's been hurt, right?
Yeah, I want to say week 10.
I've played him a lot on Showdown, it feels like, this year, and it's because he's been min price.
He was activated from injured reserve yesterday.
All right. Well, that's a big selling point for Agnew for me, because when I didn't look it up further, I just assumed maybe his role dwindled down, but he is definitely a guy who gets these gadget plays, like you just said. Gadget plays result in fantasy points. Everyone below 3K sucks in this slate. I'm back on your side, Kurt. I love Agnew.
And here's my point. You don't have to play anyone below like for 4.4K. You don't have to, but I'm just saying if you are going that route, I'd rather just play Agnew for the other stuff it allows my line to do instead of playing like 2600 Aguilar. That's all I'm saying. Not saying you have to.
Right now, for example, the cheapest dude I have in my 10 is Nelson Aguilar at 2400, and that's with one Lamar captain team. What Agnew allows you to do, like if you bump up his projection, he's only $200. I guarantee you're going to get more Lamar Jackson captain teams. So like these guys in chat, like Brandon Kolar, $200 sounds very SNF viable. I mean, you say the same thing about Jamal Agnew. If you ask those questions, I can already tell you're probably playing Lamar Jackson captain or a super stud in the captain spot. So yeah, I mean, I think Agnew is definitely my favorite 200 play. I would play him over Kolar for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's good point, Kurt. I just wanted to add that in because right now, if we had 4 studs, like kind of like the Cowboys Philadelphia slate, where you have 4 dudes that project similarly, like Agnew would be popping all over the place with his current projection. It's just the fact that, you got Lamar obviously at the top, and then next you have a huge projection gap, not huge, but like 4 to 5 points of the next guy. And then there's another huge projection drop between the next guys. So it's a lot of uncertainty, which is why I think you're not seeing much Agnew. But if you're concentrated on that stud captain build, he can make a lot of things work.
Yeah, exactly. And they kind of let you get in the Lamar captain. I'm going to have one Charlie Kohler lineup, and it's just I call it the Isaiah Likely gets hurt, because I think the tight end is a system play for the Ravens. And like, I know you can do the same thing. Well, a quarterback can get hurt, play backup quarterback. No, because Charlie Kohler can also score on a short yardage thing and get there without Likely getting hurt. So I think there's 2 ways to get there. One, obviously, you nuke the whole slate because Charlie Likely gets hurt as chalk, and then Kohler becomes the guy. But you can also get there on just like a 2-yard touchdown catch because the guy is pretty talented. You're probably risking a 0, but maybe Likely does get hurt. Maybe you nuke. But my favorite 200 play is Agnew. We'll work our way up from the bottom up. As far as Beckham, I think he's the one most affected by the weather. I still think I'm still going to have him because he looks so good, and it's not like he's just all downfield now. Like he does do some of the comebacks and shit like that. But as far as like getting that ceiling at 7,200, I do think that maybe need the wind to calm down for a little bit. And then Likely, obviously, I'm going to have way over Likely. Everyone knows I'm a big Likely guy. Got him in best ball. I played him when he was at Coastal. Love it. And then I didn't want to be low on Evan Ingram. I think he has definitely benefited from the Christian Kirk's absence, and the weather does benefit him. But I don't know, just a stance for me. Ridley also lower on.
First touchdown bet right there, Evan Ingram. You don't get crazy odds.
I had to make a choice on what I have to get one of them that I won't be underweight on, but I haven't made a decision yet on Ridley or Ingram. Maybe I'll let you guys talk me into it, but I'm going way overweight on Zay Flowers. That's where I'm going. I mean, I like the gadget guys. I can't help it. The weather, the screen passes, all that shit. Who's that help? Helps Zay Flowers. Who's been a pass funnel lately? Jacksonville. So give me that. And now I need a pitch for Ridley or Ingram from you two.
All right. I like it. Real quick, Flock. You'll talk about pass catchers in a second, but we have a big announcement. A very big announcement. The one and only Big T is in the arena now. What's up, Big T?
You got the noise effects going here tonight.
Not at all.
Got the Undertaker. We got.
Don't call it Undertaker, bro. They'll get pissed off at you.
I heard them talking about it. That was terrible. What did they say it was Taco Bell?
It's 100% Taco Bell.
Sounds like the Undertaker to me.
You got it.
God.
Oh, God. Okay.
At least have Big T on my side. Let's go. That's a W.
I mean, that's not Taco Bell.
That's the name of the sound is Taco Bell. Like Bell.
Oh my God!
Stole it from Undertaker should sue Taco Bell, man.
I agree.
Oh God! All right, Glock. We brought in Big T, but go ahead and talk about the pass catchers here. You made that case for Jamal Agnew, which is very interesting, and I'm on board with it completely. But go ahead and talk about the other guys too.
Yeah, so a lot of love for the pass catchers for sure for me because I'll be under on Travis Etienne. Zay Flowers, like Kurt said, is my favorite Baltimore pass catcher. And I think you nailed on the head, Rubio. Like projections never love OBJ. It's just hard to pinpoint him, right? Because his like range of outcomes is like he either sucks or he does really good. And that's obviously what you want in a showdown play. I'm just so into Zay Flowers where I'll probably be under on OBJ personally. And then, like I said, Isaiah Likely and Nelson Aguilar are probably going to be my other 2 Baltimore pass catchers. Let's see, Rashad Bateman. I mean, I guess if he fits, I think I prefer Bateman over Aguilar, but it's close. I feel like you can do a lot with that 800, and it shows in my exposure. So I would probably rank it Aguilar over Bateman. That's probably a bad take, but I just like what you can do with the salary. And then, yeah, on the Jacksonville side, I wish I could tell you, Kurt, like I have way more Ridley than Ingram, but I have about dead even. I will say I have more Evan Ingram captain than I do Calvin Ridley. I just like what I've seen from him. Like he's just truly benefited from Christian Kirk's absence, it seems. And then another guy I don't think you touched on, Kurt, was Zay Jones. Are you gonna have a lot of him? Because I think last week he had the highest expected yards of any wide receiver. He had 14 targets and obviously didn't do anything. I mean, he did something, but it didn't do much.
That's why I'm lower
on
too.
That's
why I'm lower on Ridley. That's why I'm lower on Ridley and Ingram, because I'm playing Travis and I'm trading ETN in every single lineup, and I love Jones and I'm playing a little bit of Agnew. So I'm just going really underweight on Ridley and Ingram. I like Ridley more in the captain spot than the flex. I think if he does well, he goes for like 20 and is one of the highest scorers. So I'm definitely underweight on the flex on Ridley, and I love Zay Jones. I'm glad you brought that up. I spaced out.
Yeah, 14 targets last week. Gotta love him. And Evan Ingram, gotta love him too. 12 targets. I mean, I'm just gonna go with the volume here. And then we'll let it see where it goes with the running back. So I love the pass catchers from both sides, basically. Under on OBJ though. Curious what Big T's gonna do.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I'm actually very curious to get his Agnew take, because he usually hates cheapies. But like I said, the Jaguars, the highest projected player below 4K. That includes Parker Washington too, or I guess Rashad Bateman's in there too. But there is a lot of gross value on this slate. I am fully on board with Jamal Agnew. I just gave him a projection of 3. I'm rerunning my stuff now. I still got
Agnew. Definitely a Gregory guy. Like definitely a Rubio Dimes play.
It's like last two games he played 6 targets, 5 targets, $200. And like I said earlier, guys, you don't have to play anyone below like 4.4K. There's no need to. But if you are, I'd rather play Agnew and see what else it does for your lineup.
I want Lamar captain.
Then you like Agnew.
I want Agnew captain. I think they're projecting Lamar 19% on ownership in the captain slot. I don't think that many people are going to make that work. I think a lot of people are going to kind of shy away from it a little bit. Give me Agnew. Give me both quarterbacks even, because it's easily possible to get both quarterbacks with Agnew in there. And I think the wind is going to be scary, but
why are you guys like so scared of the weather? The weather's not even that bad.
Right, the weather outside is frightful.
Total hasn't moved. Like there's not. I mean, I don't think the weather's near what you think it is.
It's frightful.
Okay. You see Ravens, Jaguars. Do you
think the Ravens don't play high scoring games? Like they play ugly. Jacksonville plays. I heard you guys talk. Like when I looked at the total, I didn't think it was going to be like 48. I mean, Jacksonville. I don't know. I
just saw them give 37 up to Jake Browning.
It's more so the Baltimore side.
Jake got a big team.
Jake Browning is.
He looked so bad in the preseason, bro. Rubio, you remember how bad he looked in preseason?
Yes, I didn't play. I played Simeon over him. I played Simeon over him, and I remember texting you, Browning sucks. There's no chance I play him. Here we are in week 15 of the NFL season, and Browning was like a damn good play yesterday. But we also have a damn good player joining us now. So again, let's go ahead.
Another one.
Oh my God, with these snaps.
We got the one and only. Hold on, let me fix the stuff here. The one and only Mangone coming in fresh off a 14K hitter. Okay, with the Bills and Cowboys coming in hot. That was really nice to see, Mangone. James Cook, captain, getting you to the finish line. Congratulations, and how's it going?
It's going good. I'm happy I told Saberson that I had to play that one James Cook captain, because if I didn't, it wouldn't have won. I told it I know ball. So that was good. But yeah, excited to be here and break it all down. So here's a question to ask you guys. We're on these receivers, okay? Just to give you my quick receiver breakdown. The guys that I am going to up their projections. It's pretty quick and simple, at least the position players. I want to up Odell Beckham, Isaiah Likely, Evan Ingram, and Calvin Ridley, and Travis Etienne. Zay Jones, why does everyone assume they just know? Zay Jones got 12 targets last week, so we just assume he's like the guy no matter what.
He was a stud last year.
14.
Yes,
bro,
that means
14
he's but does that mean he's a stud this week? Like I'm not saying he's a bad play. I'm just saying like everyone is thinking the same exact thing. Like everyone. If you like, I'm just saying, you can play him, but I think he's a bad captain. I'm at least going to go out there and say that.
All right, well, you can't argue with a guy who I literally downloaded these sound samples just for him.
He's heating up. He's on fire.
And but no, I disagree with him, and I know that you guys disagree with him too. Let's go ahead, finish up kickers and defenses, and then we'll talk about any questions that anyone has. Put them into the chat too. Defenses and kickers tonight. Ravens defense only 4,400. I just saw Trevor Lawrence turn the ball over like he was a pastry chef last week. Then you have
got it all going. You got the sounds. You got the saying. Did you work on these in the mirror?
No, I came in
like
20 minutes early into
chef,
the show.
you just said.
Pastry chef.
Good Lord. Wow.
Hey, I know you liked it. I know you like that. All right. Let's go ahead. Defenses and kickers. Kurt, go ahead and bring me off the kickers and defenses tonight.
Oh, okay. We got 4 people on here. I don't think we need Kurt's kickers and defenses assessment.
Yeah, we do.
We got me.
I'll save the 10 seconds.
I want
all right.
Santa Kurt's takes.
Yeah.
I'll play a home defense. I don't like I don't know what the availability is on Hamilton for the Ravens, but he's a fucking awesome safety. So I think he definitely it hurts them if he's out. Shout out the Notre Dame safety. I don't know if I got his name right, but he's really good. And then so they're really winged up. He's active. Okay, so I'll give me the Jaguars D and then Tucker, even though he's been washed this year. Keep the rest.
All right, I like it. Glock, go ahead and give me your kickers and defenses take tonight.
Just looking at my exposures, I'm not gonna have much personally. I think there's going to be points, despite the weather concerns in this game. So I'll probably be under the field on both kickers and defenses as a whole, and just pray we don't get that first possession defensive touchdown like we always do on Showdown slates.
All right, there's the pessimist in Glock. There we go. Yeah, go ahead and bring the pessimism out.
Perfect transition into Mangone.
Yeah, that's a perfect transition. Speaking of pessimism, we get Mangone joining us today, and I'm sure this guy has won 3 Showdown slates in the last 2 weeks alone. 2 of them being flagship, and one of them
another sound effect. We need another sound effect. For
you're right. I mean, Mangone,
he's heating up.
It's just been incredibly on. All right, so it's been incredible to see you, Mangone. Go ahead and give your take on what's going to go bad today. How are you going to run awful today? Come on, go ahead. Who are you fading?
Yeah, I'm just happy to be on with Big T, by the way. I think I have called him 5 times in a row, and he hasn't called me back. I just want to throw that out.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. I can find it. I'm going to find it in my phone right now. Where is it? Anthony, yesterday I called. I got Anthony there. Is there a spot where it just shows them all? There's another one on Wednesday. You haven't called me back, so I'm happy to be here with you, Tony. I enjoy hanging out.
I just talked to you on the phone, it feels like.
No, the last time you hung up on me, Tony, you said, I got to call you back. It was last Saturday. And you ran off on me. I just want to throw that out there. Still waiting on my call back. Anyways, we'll continue. The guys that so what are we doing with defense? That's actually, because we are on that topic. That's a good question. I'm getting way too much of the defense right now. I think I'm going to go lower on defense, and I might even I think if I play defense, it's the Ravens defense. And I also like kickers. I don't think the wind is as bad as you think.
All right. Hey, I like it. I like when Mangone disagrees with me. That means that, I got to adjust to his takes. And it's worth noting that I think all 3 of your wins have come with a defense on your team.
Did I have a defense?
I think you're right about that.
Have all my wins out of defense?
Well, when did you win the 26K? What game was that?
That was the Raiders. No. Before that, it was
Patriots. That wasn't a defense.
There was no defense in that one. The last 2 were defenses, and I hate defense. So
yeah, Bills and Raiders.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I mean, are you guys getting a lot of the Jaguars? That's the one defense I'm getting too much of.
I had to bump it down a little bit. I think it's a salary thing. But if you bump up a guy like Jamal Agnew, like the $200 plays we're kind of talking
Yeah.
about, you'll get
Yeah.
less.
Just give
than
Agnew a
that.
6 and you're good.
I'm not giving Jamal Agnew. I like these mid-range captains more. Like I like these like maybe not mid-range, but basically like the position players that are like in the mid tier, like Evan Ingram, that are not named Zay Jones. I like Odell. I like Likely. I like those guys more. I'll say that.
I like it. Big T. What's Saber spitting out for you? Who are you high on? Who are you low on tonight?
What's the question?
All right. Who are you high on? Who are you low on tonight?
I'm high on Isaiah Likely. There you go. Get this. Since he laid the oh, I did not have the cap on the bench for the record, but I like Likely and Keaton Mitchell and Ingram. I like the mid tiers. I don't like the cheapies at all. So I mean, less than 4, like you guys were talking about it. I don't have anyone below 4K more than 10%. Actually, I got Bateman slightly more, but not much more. So I don't have any cheapies. I'm living in the mid range. I love Zay Jones. I love Keaton. I love Likely. I love OBJ. I love all the mid tier guys. OBJ's looked really good lately. I like him a lot. And the captain. I don't need Lamar captain. Lamar's had plenty of stinkers this year where he lets other guys score. He's so expensive. I mean, you can play Keaton Mitchell for $5,800. I mean, well, normal price $5,800, whatever that is for a captain. I don't know. I like the mid-tier captain, not punting and just playing because I like all these guys. When you see the teams, all 6 guys have upside. I like that a lot tonight.
Yeah, so you like the mid-tier captain teams more like me, right?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I still have 23% Lamar, but I'm happy being field level on Lamar. Don't let him beat me. Don't let him. If you could just tell me his ownerships, I would play exactly his ownerships, captain and flex.
All right. I like it. We haven't really had a huge take on Parker Washington. So Parker Washington, obviously back-to-back games with a touchdown, came in for relief for Christian Kirk, has filled the role in nicely. Is anyone interested in Parker Washington tonight? And don't
I'm
all
playing
speak
him
at
for sure.
All right. I like it. Clock, Kurt, Parker Washington tonight?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be slightly over, maybe match the field.
Right.
I think I'm looking at it right now.
All right, nice. And I think it goes hand in hand with what you guys were saying,
Well, I
too,
mean,
when you guys
it's
were
why
getting the
I'm-
Jaguars.
He's looked
sorry,
good
but-
too, though. I mean, he's looked good.
It's
You
why
got to
I'm
weigh it
lower
a
on-
little.
Yeah, it's why I'm lower on Ridley and Ingram too. Like I like Zay Jones, and for the price too. Like I like Zay Jones. I like Parker Washington for the price. I'm playing a little Agnew.
For
I
the
mean, I'm
record,
not saying I'm fully faded to.
The week before, I'm pretty sure Parker Washington, I think it was before that game, he went into that other game and he absolutely crushed. Right? It was 2 weeks ago. Is that correct, Rubio?
Yeah,
Yep.
when no one had ever heard of him.
Yeah. And now everyone thinks it's Zay Jones. If Parker Washington split with Zay Jones' work, everyone would have just thought it was Parker Washington still the better guy. Just
Zay Jones coming back from injury that day,
I guess, but I just don't think it's as clear as everyone else thinks. I don't know.
That's fair enough. That's definitely fair enough. Let's go ahead and
It sounds
answer some
like
questions.
you love Calvin Ridley. Mango, are
I
you
do
high
like
on
that.
Ridley?
I am down. I like
It's
a guy
Ridley
that
and no one else.
I like a guy that bets on himself. I'll say that. The problem with Calvin Ridley though is Calvin Ridley's price is a little high, right? Like I said, I like those mid-tier captains more. So I will have Calvin Ridley in my captain pool, but I probably won't have him as my highest one. Because when I skimmed through a lot of the Ridley captain teams, what I noticed was I was getting a shit ton of Jaguars defense. It's Jaguars defense is fine, but I just understood that when I looked at the builds, I think the mid-tier captain just makes way more sense because it doesn't jam in this one last play that I don't like. Kind of exactly what Big T said.
Yeah, good point. We have some questions here. Any 5-1 builds? Glock, I'm going to go to you on this one. Any 5-1 builds today?
I have one. I'm probably just gonna exit out personally. If I'm a proponent of 5-1, I'm I either want to be overweight on it and all in, or just not be in it at all. So probably no for me.
All right, no on 5-1 builds. All right, so there we go. Here, let's go ahead and see any other questions that I got here. Let's see. If you guys have any questions, put them into the YouTube chat. I'm going to go ahead and check the subscriber one as well. Let's go ahead and check the best player prop for tonight. Has anyone got a good player prop tonight? I know Van Gonen loves his player props.
I do, but I don't really. I mean, we can look at some first touchdowns.
Let's get a first touchdown bet up for the people.
I'm just going to be honest. Like by Sunday nights, I'm just pretty exhausted. I don't feel like grinding through like projections on props. Like, but you know what I like doing on a Sunday night? I like to bet some first touchdowns just for fun. Like
I like it.
I like
Hey,
just.
While you do the first touchdown bet, I just want to go ahead and make a shout out. Showdown Christine has been absolutely crushing the player props on the site here. We have just been having every game seems to have a load of player props. And Kurt, you said that she is up an insane amount of units. You track the bets and stuff. It's been a crazy run. She has put in 5 player props for tonight. I'll go ahead and give one of them away. So the one of them tonight is OBJ over 37.5 receiving yards, minus 130 is what she got it at. I like it. I think OBJ has been looking really good. If you guys say that the wind is not that much of a concern, I know Brittany was in here talking about that too. The wind's not that bad there in the stadium. I like OBJ over 37.5. I think the reason why his projection always sucks is because Vegas continues to disrespect his line quite a bit. And it leads to these low projections where he's been optimal a couple times now on Ravens Showdown slates. And he's always low owned. So definitely get your fair share of him. Let's see. Let's go ahead and talk real quick. Here's a 2v2 I got. Zay Jones and Zay Flowers, a double Zay stack, or Ingram and Likely. Big T, I already know your answer. You're going to go with the tight ends, I assume.
The tight ends are my favorite, so yeah.
Kurt, double Zay or Ingram and Likely?
Give me the Zays.
All right, Zays. Zay it up. Glock, you on the same path?
I like Ingram captain, so I'll go that side.
All right, perfect, man. Go. Double Zay or Ingram Likely?
Double Zay. What is it again?
Zay Flowers and Zay Jones or Evan Ingram and Isaiah Likely?
Oh man. I'm gonna go with the tight ends.
All right, I like it. All right. Well, unanimous.
That's really close though. Like that's a good 2v2 for sure.
It's a good one.
It's a good 2v2 because I'm facing that 2v2 in my build. So I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, no. Thank you for answering my question. It was a personal one there. Let's go ahead and see here. Sunshine or Zay Flowers on Fanduel. I'm in the mode that you always take the quarterback. Are you guys all anyone want to say Zay Flowers? All right, so Sunshine across the board. I like this one from Landa. Luke Farrell plus 8,000. Oh, that's deep in the bag of tricks. And low key, I don't hate that one. I know Big T's smiling.
I love that.
I always love the long shots in the first touchdowns.
Well, what about? I mean, Parker Washington at 37-1 feels a little better. No,
70.
37-1.
No.
I just think like 8. Dude, Luke Farrell, does that dude like? Is he gonna be on the field?
Yes.
You,
Dude,
who?
he is going to be on the field as much as
30% of the snaps last week.
I mean, see, Glock's reading the information. I mean, dude, I don't know who this guy is. He could be Pharrell Williams for all I know, dude. Like, I don't know.
Pharrell Williams.
I would play Pharrell Williams at 80-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Give me 80-1.
Yeah.
Blindly thought I was going to go with him or say something confirmed.
Well, my first touchdowns I'm putting in are Parker Washington and Odell. So there you go. Those are my
Sunshine is Trevor Lawrence. Let's go ahead and best FanDuel MVP. I'm going to think is anyone's best FanDuel MVP not Lamar tonight? All right. So if it's not Lamar, who is the second best FanDuel MVP not named Trevor Lawrence? Because usually it's the quarterbacks, but anyone got a sneaky one?
Oh, I was gonna say Trevor Lawrence just to like kind of split the ownership a little bit. But
I would just leverage Lamar anyway. So like Keaton Mitchell, Gus, and Gus on FanDuel, just because if he scores 3 times, maybe he's the winning MVP. On FanDuel, I always like to leverage whoever's the highest.
I like it. That's a good strategy too. Because he'll probably.
I got a first touchdown. We go Keaton Mitchell plus 950 and Isaiah Likely plus 1700.
Plus 950.
You like that, don't you, Kurt? Yeah.
I love that one.
Yep, he does like that. Me and Kurt arm in arm, baby.
That's the Kurt special. I thought.
What kind of defenses do you have? Is your pool up?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, all my stuff's up. My bets are in. My pools are up. Everything's in.
I'm gonna look at it then. I'm just curious. Defense is like the last thing I'm trying to like decide if I want to adjust. Which I'm like going
I
back.
mean, I'm low on D's. I
know I don't want to have a lot of them.
I like Baltimore's D way better. Jacksonville's D. I'm sure they'll score after I'm saying this, but man, their
Yeah.
D has looked so bad. I just
Yeah.
I got like less than 10% Jacksonville and like 12% Ravens. So I'm way lower on the D's, but they score every game. So honestly, I would fade both these, but I just hate being dead when these teams just keep scoring.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that, but I'm doing these adjustments now. This will be the last run, I think.
All right, so Isaiah Likely, is that unanimous touchdown, first touchdown one? I think that we can all agree on. 16-1 is really good.
I mean, I think it's a great price. I honestly, like, if they get inside the red zone, he's the most likely to get one. Likely to get one. You like that, Rubio, don't you?
Most likely.
I mean, he didn't even give me a courtesy smile. All
Yeah, I was
his
gonna say,
noise
can we get a sound box for that?
Courtesy.
He was
Yeah,
busy
I'm
trying to
doing
do a
it.
sound thing. He was trying to do
Yeah.
a sound thing.
I
I'm
didn't
doing
get
like a
the
bing
sound
bong.
in quick enough.
Unbelievable.
It's not loud
Bing
enough
bong.
either.
Get a courtesy.
You get him with like a bing bong.
Bing bong.
What is that? A grunt?
Yeah, you don't know Roblox? Yeah, I don't blame
Oh,
you.
when you fall, I guess.
Roadblocks.
Yeah,
What
Minecraft
is
falling
that?
down. Yeah, we're digging deep in the bag of tricks. I'm gonna go ahead.
We're digging deep.
I have the under on minutes played for Big T in Minecraft. I have the under.
You're gonna win.
I'll put my whole bank account on it.
You
Dude,
are
it's
definitely
basically
gonna
like
win that
Legos.
bet.
I could almost guarantee none of our viewers play Roblox. Like Fortnite, you're kind of cutting it, but like Roblox, like
My kids
anyone...
play Roadblocks. Is the funny
exactly.
thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I played Fortnite, not Roblox. I never played Minecraft. I've never played that one either. So.
Man, Goins played Lego Fortnite, Big T.
I haven't played it yet with you, so don't say I have. I haven't played it yet.
He's lying.
I came back for the old times, and I haven't joined back yet. And now I'm going to Florida tomorrow, so I'm not going to play anything. No games until 2024. So.
Wow, that's a great commitment there, Mango. And you know what that means?
God, this guy sings.
I mean, goodness, yeah, I thought you would answer something, but it
I'm
means
still
more
so
time to win
pissed you didn't
showdowns
give
when
me
you're
a
not
courtesy.
gaming.
I was waiting for
I like
you to do your thing. I didn't know.
I was hoping you would say what? You just looked at me. You know, you
Oh.
act like you could see me through your screen or something. But all right, let's go
Can I
ahead
get-
and give away
can I get-
a core. Man, Gones, since you are the man of
Yeah,
the
give away
past
Man
2
Gones.
weeks.
Give away Man Gones. He's on a heater.
Yeah, Man
Get the
Gones
sound effect. He's on fire.
Yeah, you're right.
He's
All right,
on
so here
fire.
is the He's on
He's
Fire.
heating up. He's on fire.
Yeah, there's the He's on Fire from NBA Jam. Yeah.
Isaiah Likely captain.
I'm not gonna
Lamar
lie. I'm
Jackson.
stiff from that last sound, Rubio. That finally got me.
Calvin Ridley. So again, Likely captain, Lamar Jackson, Calvin Ridley.
He's on fire.
All right, so there we go. That's the Man Gone On Fire Core NBA Jam edition. We get what is it? That's 48,000 in winnings over the past few weeks there, just on Showdown alone, from the king himself, the man of the hour, the Taco Bell legend, Man Gone. All right, so Man Gone is shaking his head like he doesn't eat Taco Bell all the time. I know his diet is poor.
Rubio, I have a bad diet, but I have not had Taco Bell in a very long time. I will say.
I love Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's the best.
Taco Bell must be too far from Mango.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Taco
no,
Bell's
no. The Taco Bell in town, they'll like shut down at like 6 p.m. You'll be like going there.
What?
Like, yeah, I tried to. It's a mess, dude. That Taco Bell is a mess for sure.
So real quick, Man Gone did say one time, he's like, man, I gotta drive. It's gonna take me like an hour. It's like a 10-minute drive away. This dude hates driving more than anyone I know. Man
No,
Gone does
I
not.
actually I like driving, but it's hard to justify driving like 30 minutes to In-N-Out, pick up the food. I got to eat it there because I'm not going to drive it home and then it's cold. And I got to finish up my teams. They're almost done.
I told him to eat at one spot in Denver ever since he moved there. He's
still
not
haven't
gone.
Man
Ever
Gun
since
does
he's been
not strike me as someone that goes places to eat.
I'm like, bro, you got to
True.
try this place out. It's so good.
Yeah, but
And
like
no,
the place
as
you're
it is.
telling me is like 30 minutes away and it's in
30
Denver.
30 minutes. Like, that's so far.
Drive. It's Denver, dude. I don't want to go downtown. Like downtown's like not like
Downtown, bro.
I want to go downtown.
Jesus.
This guy ships
I
a
mean,
lot
Tony,
of money.
how
and
many
just
times have you
doesn't-
been to Cincinnati lately?
A
Dude,
lot.
I drive 30 minutes to eat every single day.
Yeah, but driving 30 minutes to eat to go to like a random place that you just drive the highway the whole time versus like going downtown and dealing with the
I
traffic.
don't go downtown that much, but
See,
if,
yeah,
if Bach recommended me a restaurant, I'd go down tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do Yard House tomorrow. Let's watch the games there. It's a good time.
What games are tomorrow?
I like Yard House. That's a good place.
NBA Yard House is a move. I love their drinks. I love getting the yardstick or the half
Oh,
yard, I
God.
should say.
Like
You won't even be able to
yardstick.
walk out after a yardstick. You're skinny little 24.
You didn't see me at the Banks on Friday.
I saw you last time I saw you down there. You couldn't stand.
That was my friend. He blacked out.
That was you too. I don't know how you got home.
Me.
You were wearing sunglasses on the show.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was
Yeah.
horrible. That was so
Good times.
bad.
All right, let's go ahead. Kurt, go ahead and give away your core two here while I finish up my lineups and take any questions that come in.
All right, so obviously I love the Lamar captain, but I want to get different. I'm going Zay Flowers at the captain spot with Agnew. I forgot who I put the other last.
Oh,
spot
you're
on
playing
last
an
time.
Agnew without a Lamar captain.
Yeah, so I knew that Rubio would probably have the similar-ish. So
Is Rubio
I went
ever
Zay Flowers.
faded a $200 guy? Like, he gets so stiff for the 200 guys.
Do you remember the show that Rubio and Kurt were like Peyton Hendershot and like they were
Yeah.
rock hard.
Because then he
we were
cried all
okay.
night
Okay,
about
it's funny because we were 1 point away from passing y'all's train, so I don't want to hear fucking dick. We were
Yeah.
1
And-
point away from passing
Yeah.
y'all's train.
And that was Michael Bandy, not Peyton Hendershot. Don't slander Hendershot's name.
You're one
Oh, God,
point,
Manny
one
put up a
point
zero
from the
burger.
train, Kurt. That's still behind. You're still kissing my ass and Tony's ass. So hate to see
Listen,
it.
I know a thing or two about trains, man. Going okay.
That's when you do a sound effect. There we go.
Oh, man.
Still locked. Teams are in. We're locked in. We're doing double tight
Oh
end.
my.
Block. Should I drive the Chiba Hut right now just to own you? Like, take
Yeah.
a picture of it?
Yeah,
Now
I mean,
we're
you just chipped
talking. It's gonna be
14K. You
close, though.
should.
Should I drive all the way to Chiba Hut?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
29 minutes? I could.
You won't do it.
29
I know you
minutes.
won't. You're
How
fine.
does-
No,
how
the only
does-
way he actually does it is when you say shit like that, Rubio. You like tell him he won't, then he
Here's
will.
Block. Here's a legit question. I'm flying tomorrow. How's Chiba Hut feel the next day? Is it always
It's
pretty
Oh
good.
good?
my god.
Dude, when you
How
fly,
does Chiba Hut feel the next? It's like when Rubio told me Gushers were gonna make me poop the next day. Like, what are we talking
Tony,
about?
Tony, I'll tell you this: when I'm flying, I ain't going to McDonald's tonight for dinner. I know better. I'm not.
Oh my god, what are we talking about here?
What do you mean? I want to sleep on my flight. I'm not trying to
tired.
get woken up and having to take a shit on a plane. You know how
No
busy it
shit's
is?
on the plane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you got
None
to
of these
be
shits
smart.
on this motherfucking plane.
You got to be smart about your meal.
Daniel
and
did shit on my middle floor while everyone was here. So
I did. Once, and then-
No way.
That was
I
you.
forgot about that. He did the guest bathroom.
Yeah.
He doesn't even go to
That
the
shit
private ones or
stank.
anything. He just does the guest
I
bathroom.
had to go, but I'll say this: that's the only
Had
one
to
time.
go.
It was a mistake, and I said sorry. And I'll never do it again.
Thank
Never again will I do it.
I've
What'd you eat
never
on that
done
day?
it, but if I had to like poop on a plane, that has to be awful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be smart about my meal tonight. That's all I'm saying. Trying to be a little
Buck
smart.
would not recommend anything to let you down.
Yeah, that's 100.
I agree. Yeah.
It's all about trust.
Glock, what's your favorite meal there? If I was
crust.
going, I said Glock, what should I get? What would I get?
Oh, it's like the ghost chicken sandwich or something.
Okay.
You'll like
With
it.
beans,
You'll like
extra beans.
it. Nah,
Yeah,
no,
extra
beans, no
beans.
beans. No beans. Definitely no beans.
I hate beans.
Extra
Beans are good.
spicy, extra beans.
Yeah, I don't like beans
Yeah.
either.
And going to shipping and shitting all over, even in the plane.
All right. On that note, let's get out of here. Let's have a great time, man. Go
He's heating up. He's on fire.
and have a great day and run pure tonight.